you're like Sarah Palin, and I'm like Barack Obama. And your daughter, she's George Bush. Everything's her fault. Then who they blame? Me, the black man.
What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? Alright, YouTube, check this out. Okay, I'm on GqGemini. I'm on his page. That's this young man right here. And the reason why I'm on his page is because I saw him and his wife on her Instagram page. This is his wife right there, and it was a clip, maybe a TikTok or whatever, and it read, I asked my husband to show me how to do the Cupid slide, and he goes ham. I mean, just instantly, his first move was pow. That's how much oomph he put into his first move. And then every move after that was pow, zip, zoom, wee, pow. And he so coordinated his moves. They're not stiff, they're fluid. And it's like, go ahead. And the first thing that came to mind was my man. And in a Denzel voice. And I can hear Denzel, I can see Denzel's face, and I can hear his, his giggle, like, my man, You know what I'm saying? And I was like, yo, I left him a message or a comment on that video, and I put my man, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. And I was like, I gotta go check out y'all's videos. And so, I'm on his page now, and I'm looking at his shorts, not his short shorts, not what he's wearing, but his clips, and I'm seeing a different title, these titles to these clips, and I'm like, you know what? The kids, brown folks, brown kids, they need motivation, they need mentors. And some of them just are not out there looking for them. I don't want to talk down on them, but it's one of those things where if you're not looking for an answer or looking for a way out of a situation that you put yourself in, but that you're in, then you have no reason to play victim. You got to hold yourself accountable at all costs. And I speak out of experience, because if I was ever in a situation, I've looked for ways to get out. I'll go around in circles asking questions and looking up information. I only get comfortable in my situation when I've come to a point where either I have a plan to get out the situation, and I gotta, time is gonna take time for that plan to manifest. Or if I've gotten to a point where I'm like, all right, let me step away from the situation so I can refresh my thoughts and attack it, with fresh thoughts. Maybe I need to bounce my ideas off of somebody so they can, give me something else that I could, search for, some words that I didn't use, some ideas I didn't have, that type of thing. But most situations that most situations that I've been in, if I was uncomfortable, I got myself out of that situation. Alright? It was the God in me, alright, that got me out of those situations, and I'm a happy-go-lucky guy now. So when I look at the youth, I'm like, some of them are not built like that. And I had to learn vicariously through other people. And maybe that's what these younger generations need to be doing too. They need to live vicariously through other people, so that way they don't have to make the same mistakes that other people make. And it's not like they don't hear this, because I know they have adults in their ears, and maybe they have friends that had adults in their ears, to which a friend had said it once or twice to that one particular kid. or young man, young woman. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like they haven't heard this stuff before, but as far as putting action into, delivering themselves or manifesting a plan or manifesting a deliverance to get out of a situation that they're uncomfortable with, you know what I'm saying? To make sure that they are growing in life, growing individually as individual young people so they can become productive people as adults. It's like I remember what it's like to be young and dumb and what it's like to be young and hard-headed, and I know the differences. So it's like when I was looking for mentors, I was lucky that I didn't have to look far, and I was lucky that they were there without me having to look for them. I was lucky. Mr. Churchill, he was, I think, a math teacher, and he was some kind of teacher. He was in a class. He taught a class that I gave two fucks about, and I constantly spent time in the hallway because, he'd say my last name all fucked up. He'll say, and then he'll pause while he chewed on some chips. You know where you need to be, and he'll point towards the door. And then he got to the point where he was like, I don't even need to point. You know what I'm talking about. And I get my shit and go stand outside. And you know what I'm saying? On most days, it's kind of like, man, I don't want to sit outside, man. I want to be in the classroom. And he's like, whatever. That's your punishment. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, man, that's a bullshit. And then on the days that I didn't want to go outside, you know what I'm saying? He wouldn't send me out. No, the days I didn't want to be in class, he wouldn't send me out. So it's like, this man here. Anyway, so make a long story short, GqGemini looks to be a guy that young people could come and check out his shorts. Look at this, right off the bat. Wifey made dinner for the kids and I. Nice, proper English. And oh, no, my bad. Wifey made dinner for the kids and I cleaned the dishes. You know what I'm saying? That's something that these young men need to know. One thing my parent told me, and I had to read between the lines and use the advice, for what it's worth. But she said, a good man would know how to do everything that he's going to ask for his wife to do for him. Basically, it's like he shouldn't be asking his wife to do a bunch of shit that he already know how to do, for one, and he shouldn't be asking his wife to do shit that he don't know how to do. I know that's like, it's not conducive, but it's like, come on, man. Your wife is your partner. You know what I'm saying? Y'all help each other in life. And what good are you if you don't know how to do the shit that you're asking her to do? You should be asking her to do shit that you know what I'm saying, don't have time to do. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, I know how to do dishes, but I'm gotta run out and take out the trash and clean up the trash cans and things like that. Baby, can you wash the dishes? You know what I'm saying? Would you iron my pants for me while I go chase these dogs down the street and get them back in the backyard? You know what I'm saying? I didn't iron my clothes last night. I forgot. Or I spilled coffee on my shirt. Would you help me press out this shirt? You know what I'm saying? I didn't get this shirt into the cleaners. You know what I mean? There's got to be a legit reason why you're asking your partner to do something for you. Because you should be able to do every fucking thing by yourself. That's a whole nother video. Anyway, so this young man here, this GqGemini, he's got some video clips with some very interesting things of interest that he's doing and that he's talking about. So it's one of those things of, a person can always talk the talk, but it's like, are they actually doing it? And when you come to this channel, everything that he's talking about, he's actually doing it. You know what I'm saying? So as far as being mentors, if you haven't seen a mentor before, or if you haven't found a mentor for other people, here's me trying to help you. This man right here, you know what I'm saying? Just don't take my word for it. Come check him out and, form your own opinion before you turn them on to somebody else. Alright? I don't want you to sit back and be like, man, Podrey said that I needed to pass this man's name on to everybody, but Podrey was wrong because he got flaws in this. He's talking about this, talking about that, and I don't want my kids to learn this and learn that shit. Well, no, it's your responsibility to come check this man out first before you turn him on to your kids or your nephews or your cousins' kids and nephews. You know what I'm saying? It's hold yourself accountable, be responsible, and check out the footage before you pass it on to somebody else. Alright? I did, and your opinions may not be on the same level as my opinions. You know what I'm saying? Now, you ask me, why have I not subscribed to them? Well, check this out. For one, I'm on this account, and I need to go to this account, and then, come on, and then I can subscribe. Alright. So, like I said, don't just take my word for it. Come check them out, and I hope that you get as hyped as I do, because it was his energy. You know what I'm saying? It was his energy, and then coming to his channel, it's the type of content that he's posting, the topics that he's talking about. It's like this right here. When you realize your parents were right, that's interesting. You know what I mean? Sometimes parents can't be right about a lot of shit. And if your parents wasn't taught shit, then they may not be able to teach you shit. It's a 50-50 thing. I had to unthink a lot of shit that my parents taught me. So that's what makes that title so interesting. Some kids are lucky to have some good damn parents, some intelligent ass parents, some problem solving ass parents. And I'm not talking about hustlers on the level of, they breaking law type grinding, but I'm talking about the hustlers that, follow the law and did what they had to be productive as people for themselves and for their kids. But that's still another topic. Anyway, I got long-winded. Excuse me if you made it this far. I appreciate you. My disclaimer is I'm not the smartest person, but I'm not the dumbest person. I've done my research on some things. There's a lot of shit out there I still need to do research on. What I need you to do is question everything that I'm talking about and form your own opinion. Do some research on the shit that I'm talking about, and then form your opinion. Once you form your opinion, share your opinion with me and with other people. You never know that your thoughts are the same thoughts of somebody else, and that person feel like they're all alone in this world. And it's fucked up to feel like you're all alone in a crowded room. Alright, this is your man Podrey. I want you to have a good day, you have a good night, you have a good morning. Peace.
Give them prayer hands, say what's up America. Half of you should know me, right? Other half a replica. Shout out to my